for the first time since I hated you.
That angelic voice right there
It is angelic.
comes out of the mouth hole of Gwen Stefani.
Oh, that's
What? I'm sorry.
say angelic and mouth hole.
I'm sorry.
My mouth hole actually has a big bagel in it right now.
Yeah, there you go, Gwen.
Oh.
The song's called "Used to Love You." You can buy it right now, and hopefully we get an album from you here in 2016 coming up. How you doing, Gwen Stefani?
You know what? I'm really good. I feel really sparkly and happy today. I was on my school run, like, listening to my song play on my way home, like, on the radio. I'm on the radio right now.
You
like,
still get a thrill of hearing your music?
Are you kidding me? Like, it's beyond a thrill. Like, I get goosebumps. I'm like literally crying on Mulholland in L.A., driving, listening to my song, going, how did my life get so extreme?
I love that, Gwen. I've always wondered if huge rock stars like that, if you're alone in your car and it comes on the radio, if you really sit there and listen to it, you know?
Oh, my God. I've never changed the channel. Of course not. It's an honor. It's a blessing. It's a miracle.
Do you roll down the window and hope other people notice? That's Gwen Stefani listening.
The guy next to me, listen, turn it on. Come on.
So you're doing school duty with the kiddo. Do you get to cut through the carpool line since you're like a huge star and stuff?
I actually don't get to cut through, but if I want, like, we have like a gate that we go through, and if I want, I can actually park in there and get my kids out where other people don't get to see.
Ooh,
Just
VIP
so you know,
carpool. That's
paparazzi. You got to protect your kids.
Yeah.
Beyond.
They used to get mad because I didn't do it because it was kind of disruptive, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
So we're like literally on the drive, it's like turn on the radio and like they're talking about me. I was like, I gotta turn this off. My kids are in the car. It's crazy right here.
Be honest, Gwen. When you're in the carpool lane, do you see other celebs? Are there any other celebrity kids that go to your kid's school?
You know who goes to our school? Dave Grohl.
Oh, I love him.
He's so
Funny because I remember Dave and I were doing this event, like a concert thing together, like a few years ago, right before we were going to start kindergarten. And I hadn't seen him. I've known him forever, you know what I mean? And not good, but I've known him. And so I saw him, and we were like sitting backstage, just talking about all the schools that we were like interviewing for, and like we really ended up in the same class. Like it's so crazy.
Wow.
And our kids ended up like crushing on each other and like, in kindergarten, and it was like it's been really fun. And we both have 3 kids. So.
And do y'all have like celebrity kids play dates? Because I seem to remember your kids having a play date. Was it with Brad and Angelina's kids? Remember? No, it was the Beckhams. Wait, I seem to remember photos of like celebrity kids play dates.
What happens is like you get to know other people that actually like have careers and similar.
Yeah.
Things, and then they have kids, and then
That's what you have in
not
common.
Like, I'm going to have a celebrity play date because they're a celebrity, but
that's my fantasy.
The B-list play date.
That's my fantasy, though, to be invited to a celebrity play date.
love it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Do you ever have like just accountants?
Yeah,
at your house?
like Kingston, do you want to have the normal kids over today?
One of my daughter's favorite stories, she doesn't remember it, was when you were doing one of your solo tours when you were on a break from No Doubt, and your Kingston was just a baby.
Yeah.
And my daughter was a baby, and they had me go out and interview you. And I was like, I don't have a sitter for my kid. So I had to take my baby with me, and you couldn't have been more nice and understanding about it.
Aww.
Because Kingston was there, I believe, in a little playpen, and Emma Kelly was there in her little pink bunny bib,
Right.
and you were just so nice about it.
I had so much fun because having my first baby and then taking him when he was like 8 months to go on tour around the world.
Yeah.
I mean, I went everywhere. Like, I think I ended up in like Prague or something. Like at the end,
Whoa.
and he got to go. I have pictures of him in every like country, and
That's
he doesn't
cool.
remember, but he's like into it. Like he's like, I've been there.
He is. He was Gwen. Kingston was the cool kid. Like he's the first kid I remember being like, that is a stylish kid.
Yeah.
He still is a cool kid. He gets cooler and cooler. I'm so honored to be a mom and like to get to experience that. I'm so lucky, and it's just crazy. It's so crazy too. Now I have this new music out. Like it's so fun to watch the journey too because they're so aware and they've been so rooting for me. You know what I mean? So I was like, the day that it came out, I'm like, it was on the radio, and they were like, oh my God, like, they can't believe it. And then I was like, it's on iTunes, and then it's going up, and it's like, it's number 14, it's number 13. It's number 11.
Oh,
Oh my
that's
God,
cool.
it's number 2. Like, it's such a big deal for the family. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Cute.
I love that you keep it real, Gwen. Like, a lot of people try to act too cool, but we know secretly that they sit there and they hit refresh on the iTunes chart to see
They're
how high it's going.
excited.
Kidding me? I like literally had my phone just like, I mean, it wasn't just me. Like, I have all my peeps, like all my homies, like everybody's texting me, and it's a huge deal.
It
It's
is.
such a huge deal because you know what? Like, to be part of music is just such a blessing, and you know, for so many years, like, songwriting for me is what really defines me and makes me feel like worth anything, and it's my gift, you know. So like, when it doesn't work, or you can't write a song, or you write a song that is not good, or whatever, which you do, you know, but you go through phases. But I guess because of going through such a crazy time in my life and unexpected trauma, like, it just opened a channel up for me, and that's like the silver lining in such a terrible time, like, is to be able to have the songs and be able to songwrite. I would be stabbing myself in the face right now if I didn't have these songs. Like, I mean, I don't even know. It's the one thing that's brought me so much, like, relief and joy, and then to have the song come out kind of in real time where, you know, I only wrote that song like maybe a month and a half ago, so
Wow.
it's like it's out, and like, people are giving me so much love and comfort, and it's really interesting to me because, you know, people just really pick up on what's real and what's honest and what's truthful, and that's crazy about society. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's at the end of the day, like, people can say all these crazy whatever they're going to say, make up gossip or whatever, but when a song comes out that is pure and true and honest, I can feel that. Like, it's resonating with people, and people are, like, it makes me have so much comfort. So I'm so grateful.
Well, it did come out so quickly and so organically, but was part of you like, whoa, I don't know if I'm ready to share this part of my soul yet? Because it happened so fast, you almost
Right.
didn't have time to think about it.
No, it feels like a gift from God, so it felt like the right thing. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't feel like I don't feel like I take responsibility for it. Like, when a song like that happens, it's definitely channeled, and it was meant to be. And it's interesting, like, even after I played it on Ellen, and I was in the parking lot at Bob's Big Boy with Kingston, and we were trying to get in, and we couldn't get in. It was so crowded, and this lady comes up to me. She has her kid at the same age as him, and she literally starts crying in my face, like, I've been listening to this song all day, and I can't imagine what you're going through. And I'm literally, like, putting my hand across my neck, like, don't say it, like, stop, like, my kid's, like, right
Yeah.
Yeah.
here. But the point being is that it helps people, you know what I mean? And that is so incredible.
true.
And I've been able to have that in my life, like, all the songs that I've written through the years, and people's reaction, and what music means to people, and to be on the other side of being the person that's sharing their life and writing it, and then being able to, like, give it and then receive back is just, it's an honor.
It's like you get to show people that, oh man, I'm really not the only person going through this. You're the voice, you're the platform to let people know that.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm not the only one going through it. Do you know what I mean? Because then when people hear it and relate to it, it's like, yeah, they're relating.
Are you
So,
still in a big songwriting phase right now? Because People Magazine just reported that you wrote a country song.
wow, that's so crazy. God, people just make up stuff.
Right? It's like all of a sudden, yeah.
I'm not making that. They wrote that you
Gwen's
wrote a
writing
country song.
songs.
Well, also just the whole fact that, like, they say, like, I'm confirming stuff. Like, I never said nothing. Like, people just say stuff.
So
But,
you didn't?
it's fine. It's funny to me. It makes me laugh, but it also is. It's whatever. I mean, I've listened to bluegrass and folk growing up because my parents are like crazy Bob Dylan, like bluegrass festivals when we were kids, the overalls, the whole thing. But country, not so much.
Yeah.
I mean, the closest I think was like my first ever country concert I went to was actually my first concert I ever went to, which was Emmylou Harris at the Palomino Club here in LA back in the day. They pulled me out of Girl Scouts, and like I got to like leave early and go to this concert, and it was crazy because Emmylou Harris was so beautiful with this long hair. And
Yeah.
she's like, "Hi everybody, like I'm gonna take a little break from my concert now because I got to go back and nurse my baby." Like, she's just
Wow.
like giving birth.
Wow, TMI.
That's hilarious.
It was just like I got chills thinking about it because then later in my life I got to do a cover with her on a cover of Vanity Fair with a bunch of women, and she was there, and I got to tell her that story.
Oh.
That was like such a huge, like, big deal for me, and So it's interesting that now I get to a point where you're like asking me if I'm writing country music.
Right. I'm pretty sure you go through the store and you see magazines with, you know, stories written about you, and it's like you're reading fiction about yourself. Is that how you feel sometimes, Gwen?
I think the craziest thing is when my kid comes home and says, "Hey, Mom, I heard that your flirting is getting out of control." I'm like, what is happening right now? You're not allowed to go to grocery stores.
No, stop going to grocery stores, little man.
That's amazing.
Well, we're excited. The Voice going strong for you. I hate that you have to take a season
Yeah,
off,
please
though.
don't. I don't want Christina. I
everyone
want
should,
you,
like,
Gwen.
We should all petition. Like, you guys should
Yes.
start tweeting or
Make
like,
Adam take a break for a season and
No.
you stay.
Or just
No,
when
that would be weird.
Keep it the way it is.
Or just take the chair. Take the chair so Christina doesn't have one. Just say,
I think that me and Christina's bottoms could both fit in one chair.
Yeah,
Like,
why
I feel
not?
like we could both be in one chair.
Well, we love you on The Voice, and we love your single, Used to Love You, available now. And there is a new album coming next year, right?
It is, yeah. I think I wrote a whole record in like 8 weeks.
Oh, wow.
And
That's
I'm
going to be
still
raw.
writing, so it's pretty exciting.
Great. Well, we're excited. You're so great to talk to us again,
Yeah,
Gwen
Gwen.
Stefani.
Gwen, from the time I met you backstage at a concert when I was in high school to when I got to interview you when I got in radio to now, you're the same person. I want to thank you for that.
Oh, thanks, you guys. Oh, my God, I'm so lucky. I don't even understand it.
We're the lucky ones, Gwen.
Thank
we get
you,
to talk
Gwen.
to you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Gwen Stefani.
Bye.
I don't know why I cry, but I think it's 'cause
I had to hurry up and get that because I knew